Let's talk about multiplying proper fractions. There are a few steps that we must follow when we multiply our fractions. They are different steps than when we add or subtract them. When we multiply fractions, we're going to be moving horizontally each time, looking across the numerators and across the denominators. In this example here, we see that our first step is to multiply our numerators. In this case, 2 times 2 equals 4. Would be multiplying our numerators. Our second step is to multiply the denominators together. In this example, 3 times 5 equals 15. Now, just because we've multiplied numerators and denominators does not mean we're completely finished. We need to look at step 3, and that is to simplify a fraction if needed. Sometimes you'll come across a problem like this one here, where we do not need to simplify. There's no common factor that I can reduce 4/15 by. It's in its simplest form. So 4/15 would be our final answer. Let's look at another one. In this example, 1/2 times 2/5. We'll go through the same steps and make sure we check for simplification at the end. We start by multiplying our numerators. 1 times 2 equals 2, then multiplying our denominators. 2 times 5 equals 10. That leaves us with 2/10. This is a fraction that we can simplify. So as we go through and simplify 2/10, we're looking for our greatest common factor. We look at the numerator and the denominator and determine what factor that goes into both of these numbers can I reduce by. In this situation, it's 2. 2 goes into both 2 and 10. So I do 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, giving me the simplified fraction and my final answer of 1/5. There's a little rhyme that you can use to help you remember those steps. Multiplying fractions, no big problem. Top times top over bottom times bottom. And don't forget to simplify before it's time to say goodbye. Now, I didn't write this rhyme, but I do find it very helpful to remember that simplifying is a part of the process. Oftentimes we get in the habit of multiplying numerator and denominator, and then we think we're done. But there is one more important step. We must always, always simplify. So let's take a look at this example here. That rhyme is there to remind you. Notice though that the answers that are shown below are all in simplest form. Remember to follow each step for multiplying. Simplify to find your answer. So what is 5/8 times 4/5? To solve this problem, we multiply numerator times numerator, then denominator times denominator. We see that 5 times 4 equals 20, and 8 times 5 equals 40. Now we're ready to simplify. We look for the greatest common factor here, which happens to be 20. Both the numerator and the denominator are divisible by 20. That leaves us with our simplified answer of 1/2. If you chose B, 1/2, you are correct. How about this one? Give this second problem a try. Following the steps for multiplying fractions, we would do 2 times 4 equals 8, 7 times 3 equals 21, and then check to see if we can simplify. There are no common factors between 8 and 21, so this is our most simple answer. If you chose A, 8/21, you are correct.